But why?
Exactly. So I'm being mugged. Somebody called the unarmed ambassador. I mean, the lunacy of their ideas bears.
Prioritize and emphasize the rights of the defendant and the criminals over American.
But indeed, that's what happened. In the race there, you have Tina Kotek. She's the Democrat nominee who's going to prevail in this city. And the Republican has an outside chance, too. And when you couple that with San Francisco, the DA, Chesa Boudin, being voted out, Gascon, but people are waking up saying enough.
That's right. And it's happening in Seattle,
to the state. We're seeing this in Texas and all across the country. People are not bringing their politics.
And withholding people accountable for bad behavior, whether it's the White House by encouraging illegal immigration. Around them are becoming more and more unsafe because of the Democratic policies and what they're going to do when come the midterm, they can provide for their families and that their neighborhoods are safe.
That's right. So, Cheryl, voters are not only speaking, but so too are those that represent and are parts of the criminal justice system. So here in New York City, where we live, 250 NYPD detectives have retired. 65 assistant district attorneys have resigned so far this year. That's an addition. 70 from Brooklyn, 59 from the Bronx. These are double-digit.
Punishing New York City, to be clear here. But one thing, you guys are mentioning the shift in politics. What we saw here in New York City last year, I thought was really interesting. This is a blue city. It is
because there's nothing more demoralizing than doing your job and then running into a catch-and-release program. You capture them, you put them away, and they're back on the streets the next day.
So true.
How can you continue your job in that context?
That's right. And I think the ripple effect is going to be here for quite some time because
charge in talking about it means they're getting their signals from the headquarters that it might be time for him to go. The talk will wait.
New York Times had a piece on how frustrated Biden is. I could imagine. I mean, he said over and over again, I'm running. But here's this. Earlier this month,
their voices or to get them on the campaign trail, or Kamala Harris, the rambling. Anyway.
Politicians with position of powers can't say no.
Dr. Sapphire, to that point, they are powerful, which is why it was interesting to see Kamala in a different place than Warren and AOC, because Kamala was like, I'm not doing that student loan.
Well, first of all, Meghan Markle, come on. I mean, did anybody know who she was? Unfortunately, like Pete said in the last segment, was the Democratic Party has completely radicalized the...
Because she's looking for relevance again, because the Queen's Jubilee is over. They can't disrupt that anymore. That's behind them. Now that they're back on American soil, they need something to...
Sean's driving, he can even back in. It's great.
Can I get the breakdown on the male-female numbers on this?
Yes.
And then I would go back to none if I could. I'd go back to none.
on BlackBerry. It took me so long to switch from BlackBerry to iPhone, and I'm still like the most technologically non-savvy person you'll ever meet. But from a mother's perspective, I love the...
Maybe we'll stay on top.
Stay at number one. There's no more important topic.
And you know the New York Times did not want to do that.
Oh, they did it begrudgingly.
For sure.
But they are. Everyone enjoy.